So I think it's time to talk about how the North and the Midlands quietly took over the UK rap scene, while London was asleep. Because unless you're living under a rock right now and you haven't heard of Nems or SD Kid, Nems being from Manchester, SD Kid being from Liverpool, they are pulling in like crazy numbers. And there's a lot more artists that I'm going to mention throughout this video. I think this has happened because drill has obviously dominated my city for a long time. I believe the peak of drill was Body. I couldn't see UK drill going any further than that. I think it's to do with the fact that location isn't as important as it used to be back in the day. In H's Thoughts in a Cully, he even spoke about how, you know, he had to be in London all the time because that's where things were happening. But obviously now the music industry is run by algorithms. Even YouTube, you seeing this video, the title of this video, this is all to cater to an algorithm. That is what life is starting to become. If the Spotify algorithm likes you, if the TikTok algorithm likes you, then you're gonna go far. And I also think that economic factors play a part in this. So before I break down everything to you guys, if you could give the video a like, I'd very much appreciate it. Let's get that out of the way. Chung Lee says, please like the video. I don't want to go back to Hong Kong. China is taking more control of Hong Kong. So please, Chung Lee asks you to give the video a like. Thank you. So we'll start off the video by going over where it went wrong and how London got too comfortable. Because you know what it is? Whenever you get too comfortable, you let the competition gain ground. Not that this is a competition, because there's talent all over the UK. And I'm very happy that we're beginning to see every part of the UK get their spotlight, you know? It's a good thing. But in London, every rapper follows the same formula and everybody is scared to step out of their box. I do believe London is the trend-setting place. I'm not gonna take that away from my city, because you've got myself, a London nigger, born and raised, bred, Northwest, stand up, who began this content wave in the culture, and now it's starting to spread across the country. So I do believe we are the trendsetters. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below. Hey, I might learn something. But the formula hasn't changed in years. I think the formula is, it starts with, the foundation has to be some sort of badness. You got to be from some sort of area, you got to claim something, or you got to be around some sort of serious guys, etc. And at first, when drill music first started off around 11 years ago, that was all you needed. But as it's evolved, it became more of a flexing game. But that is much later on. That is the spot we're in now. So have some sort of badness and either be some straight up savages, kind of be drippy, have an appealing lifestyle, etc. Like, you had to have something. If you guys remember Active Gang, them lot blew up. They were really living what they rapped about. Now suspects in jail. The 98s, you know, they were getting features from Digga D, making that song Laughing Stock, rapping about the gun that police didn't know about. At the moment, at the time, the song was amazing. The music was hitting, but now them man are doing like 40-year sentences. They're not coming out till man's gonna be a granddad, bro, and God willing, you know, God willing, we become granddad. I feel like I'll be a 30 pops. We got bare stories to tell. Then we kind of went into like drippy drill, you know, who started that kind of 5-year foreign kind of started this drippy drill thing. And when the drippy drill thing started and the love song thing started, it's like, cool, you gotta flex now. You can't just be in a drill video with a night tech rap. Nah, you gotta flex now. Because you guys may know my song London Scammer. You guys hate when I keep mentioning it, bro, but it's 100 million streams, bro. I'm gonna big myself up, man. I don't care. Didn't want to take that L, so I took out credit instead. Now me, I ain't no savage like that, bro. I'm not a dickhead, but I'm not a savage. But a couple of guys around me back then were savages. A couple of guys around me back then are in prison for being savages. Hence why I was able to blow up, I think. Because it's even random, bro. I even remember Chronic saying something like, back in my day, you had to be a bad man to rap, etc. And it's like, bro, that's not really changed. You didn't say you have to be a bad man, but you got to have certain, you know, you got to have bad man around you, bro. That's not really changed. But you kind of needed elements of that for the drill thing to work. Obviously, on my drill songs, I'm just rapping about scamming because that's what man used to do. But I use this case study because this was the beginning of TikTok taking huge control over the music industry. And this was different at the time. You know, it wasn't following the typical formula. And I do believe this was around the same time where, you know, drippy drill, 5-year foreign, that became a thing. So you couldn't really get away with a video like this now. You know, now I don't think you could. Literally, this video cost me $3. I just said, fuck it, shoot the video. I don't care. Because this song picked up traction accidentally. I didn't think it would blow up like that. Man's never been in love with the rapping thing. Because of the drippy drill trend now, you've got guys, literally, it's gone from being completely authentic to now being a facade. Most of it is a facade. Because unless you're a proper, like, you know, really living what you rap about all the time, yeah, you might be around it, but unless you're really doing it, unless you're like a suspect, Billy Billions, you know, I mean, Billy Billions needs a new trial for his case because, you know, the police corruption, they literally fabricated evidence. And you go and rent a G-Wagon for 2 hours, you know, spend a couple bags on a music video and rap about, you know, oh yeah, man did this. this, I yinged up this, that. It's boring, bro. It's boring. It's the same old, and there needs to be some sort of reset, something new, because it's very, very boring. You know, if I go on GRM Daily, link up or mixtape, click on a video, you know, from a guy from London, bro, I know exactly what I'm going to hear. I know exactly what to expect. I know the stuff in the video is probably rented. This is not your lifestyle every single day. It is boring. And that brings us on to economic factors. The reason I think the North and the Midlands has managed to gain so much ground is because struggle makes new music. You know, every genre has come out of a struggle, and I believe we are in a recession right now, this country. I mean, if you guys heard the new budget, if you ain't watched my video on the budget, you should go and check it out. Things are getting worse, and they're going to continue to get worse. But in London, you don't feel it as much because, you know, we're moving so quickly. There's always so much going on that you ain't even really got time to deep how bad things are. And things in London are not that bad. I actually think things are pretty good here, you know. But you've got things like HS2 getting cancelled in the North, you know, so it's only going to shave off 20 minutes to get from London to Birmingham. That only really helps London and Brummies. So the North has been neglected, you know, the North has been neglected. So things are going to get worse out there quicker than they are here. Things have been getting worse out there quicker than they have been getting here. So they have more of that hunger, you know, they have a lot more of that hunger that I feel like in London, you don't really see it that much anymore. Like, I've been in the studio with a couple of young'uns and it's like, they ain't got the hunger, bro. Like, they don't have the hunger to really make it, you know? They just see it as, oh, you know, this is the blueprint, we'll follow that blueprint, but there's no hunger to really do anything different. And when it gets bad in London, you know, they feel it out there way more because they neglect other parts of the country, bro, the government, political issue there. But you've got guys like SD Kid, who's currently on 9 million monthly listeners. They don't have to worry about being in London anymore. That's one thing that was holding a lot of, you know, rappers from outside of London back. But now I think we are slaves to the algorithm now. You know, you've got Spotify algorithm, TikTok algorithm, YouTube algorithm. Everything I do in this video, the title, the thumbnail, is all to cater to an algorithm. All right. And now you don't need to be in London to cater to an algorithm. You can just figure that out wherever you need to figure that out. I mean, even if we take a look at this, look, not even a month ago, and it's on 22 million streams. These are crazy numbers. A drill rapper's not doing these numbers. Even the most prominent drill rappers. Let's see even Digga D's new song. Hold on a second. Banging, still crazy numbers, but this is Digga D. This is the biggest drill rapper in the UK, probably. You know what I mean? Then we've got the man Nems, 7.5 million monthly listeners. And this EP, I recommend you guys go and listen to this EP for people who say Nems' flow is always the same. His voice just sounds the same. His voice, that's it. And I was even chatting to my barber and he gave me a good way to take a look at this, Artists like Nems and Clavish, who it might sound like they sound the same on every single song, they're just very consistent. Their flow, they've mastered their flow. No one else can really copy it. And you know what you're getting when you listen to their music. That's why I've never had anyone tell me turn that off when I played Nems or Clavish. Never. Try it yourselves. No one will ever say turn that off unless they're a little bit of a hater. Then we've obviously got the man Mazza from Liverpool. Now Mazza has kept it raw and authentic, in my opinion. For those of you guys that don't know the story, you can go and check out the video that I made on it a few months ago. But Mazza was put in prison at a young age. He's come out as an adult. Through all of his developing years, he was in prison, and he's documented most of it on his channel. And it's just him being authentic, just living life, you know. Obviously he's on what he's on because he's been in jail for all that time, you know, but he knows that. That's fine. Now he's out living, got his girlfriend pregnant, I think, like, you know, got her a yard, surprised her with a yard, bro. People want to see that, you know, that is something different. People ain't trying to just see, J1 from freaking, I don't know. I don't even want to say an area because guys might feel a type of way. What's the most random fucking J1 from Bromley? Yeah, if that even counts as London. Yeah, with a rented G-Wagon, a freaking rented, like free rented, I was gonna say bitches, but free rented women in a rented penthouse rapping about God knows what that no one gives a damn about. Anyone can do that, and it looks like up north in the Midlands are doing it better right now. And I think even for drill music, we've got Boota B here. I think Boota B from Uddersfield is one of the coldest drill rappers in the scene right now. This song with Mazza L20 is ridiculous. The song with Twin S, ridiculous. It's something different. And I think the accents as well, because they're talking the same stuff you hear on drill music. It's drill music, but it's the accent. It's different. Ooh, this guy's mysterious. Where's he from? Oh, he went on stream with Crimo and did that. This is what London is missing. You know what I mean? And poverty inspires creativity. starting new ideas. And we're in a new era, it's a new time. Even from jail, the guys from jail, we got K Mooney. I think this is the guy who just loves saying the N-word, so I ain't got any of his songs in my liked, but it's plugged in's cold. And then we got Mans Malone. I'm sure you guys couldn't stop hearing about this guy at one point. He's cold, not really my cup of tea, not really my cup of tea. I think he's from Birmingham, Newtown. And then we got Triz, comes with that real trap rap. Bro, like if you watch Triz's music videos, he's telling you the story. Like he's a great storyteller, cold on all sorts of beats, all different type of beats, bro. And then we got Casper from Birmingham as well. Casper's been killing it on these Detroit type beats, been going off on TikTok, Instagram Reels. People want to see something different, something eye-catching. People's attention spans are shorter. People want to be wowed. If you can't wow them in the first 2 seconds, they're just going to scroll again. That is life. Unless you're on, it's not like back in the day, YouTube, let me put a good music video together, this, that. Nah, bro. You have 2 seconds to grab people's attention. And you know what it is? When you post on social media, TikTok, Instagram Reels, people aren't choosing what to watch. They're just swiping up. They're just scrolling. The algorithm favors people who are able to grab your attention for 2-3 seconds. You have 2 seconds to grab people's attention. TikTok, Instagram Reels, these algorithms, these platforms give you the opportunity to be put in front of anyone. You could be put in front of a granddad from freaking Kent. You know what I mean? Or you could get put in front of anyone. It gives you that chance, but it's just you have to just play the algorithm correctly. I know a lot of people don't like it. That's the game now. Or another cheat code is to do the football montages. Nems, SD Kid. You see, I've heard most of them on these football montages, bro. Figure out how to make football montages. Make like 100, if you really want to blow up, bro, make like 100 different TikTok accounts posting football montages and sit there doing that all day, bro. Or pay someone in the Philippines or India or something to do it for you, bro. You have to be creative with how you're promoting the music, bro. Don't hate me, hate the game, baby. Either adapt to the game or stay behind, bro. It's up to you. SD Kid's numbers are just absolutely mental, bro. Even Digga D's still doing good numbers. How long's this song? It can't have been out for more than 2 weeks. 6th of November. We're looking at 3 weeks. This song's been out now. Digga D, biggest drill rapper in the UK, was in jail for a year and a bit, or 2 years, something like that, or maybe a year and a half. I don't even remember, bro. Even though I've covered it, I don't remember. These are still great numbers, but it shows you the overall kind of decline. It shows you that guys in London, we need to change up our game plan, bro. We need to switch up the game plan. And I make the argument that TikTok is the new mainstream, in my opinion. Everyone has TikTok. Everyone uses it. So blowing up on TikTok, it's no longer, that's a TikTok song. It's that's really what guys are listening to. You know what I mean? That's really what guys are listening to right now. You even had Meeks. Meeks, I don't know if he's been dropping that much recently, but Meeks peaked. I don't want to say peaked, but he around 2022. Meeks was very cold. I just don't think he's been as consistent. Don't know if he's got legal troubles or anything right now. Meeks is from Manchester. If we take a look at Tunde, the man Tunde. You guys know Tunde. He just doesn't make music for some reason. He just dropped this banger of a project in 2023 that charted, and now it looks like he's just chilling in LA. And TikTok also covers the whole, it just opens us up more globally now. Because before it was more like, okay, if you're from up north and London don't fuck with you, what's this guy talking, sounding like that, you weren't going to get pushed. People weren't going to take you in. Now you can bypass the gatekeepers, because we're seeing the same thing happen with America. America was kind of the gatekeeper, but now it's like, bro, TikTok lets us go to the whole world. Let the world decide if this is worthy of blowing up. Not the gatekeepers, not London, not the USA. Let the people decide, or in this case, let the algorithm decide. Because I've got it on good authority that when a song's popping on TikTok, they're not showing it as ads. They're just going to push your TikTok if you've used that sound. They're just going to push TikToks that use a certain sound. And it makes sense because TikTok understands the power that they have in the music industry now. And nobody wants to see a freaking advert. No, you want to see, if you just see a video that's picking up traction already, TikTok will be like, let's push it for the label. Let's keep pushing it. That is what is going on right now. And it's not surprising. And even when it comes to mainstream attention, like Digga D is not getting much mainstream attention now, but what do we see? We see H on I'm a Celebrity. There's articles being written about him, talking about his sister who has Down syndrome, and God bless her. We see in this child sex offender jailed after claiming jury and police were hypnotized. Bruv, what are we doing here, man? But I think it's a good thing, man. I think it's good to see other parts of the country, get their limelight, get the spotlight on them. And really and truly, the way the climate is, it's actually easier to blow up if you're from outside of London now. I think now is the time. If you're from outside London, bro, this is the best time for you to blow up now. You know, in London, bro, we're all becoming content creators now because the scene, apart from that, is dead. I think every rapper wants to be doing content. Yo, Tankz, let's do a stream, bruv. I don't want to do a stream with you, bro. I don't want you in my studio, bruv. I don't even listen to your music, bruv. Fuck you. I'm not going to say that, bruv. I love you rappers, man. I love it. We're cool, man. We're cool. Because there's just so much more pressure when you're in London, bro. There's so much more pressure. You got to get the rented. If you're from freaking, what is the most if you're from freaking Grimsby, bro, just start rapping about pain. Just start rapping about, fuck, I live in Grimsby, bro. What am I doing? Upload it to TikTok with the poverty that you're living in. Bro, you'll probably explode. You'll probably blow up. And if you're good at making music, that is your way to making it, bro. There's really a clearer route to making it when you're outside of London compared to when you're in London. Now, it's a crazy, what do they call it? Pendulum shift. I don't know if I butchered that or not. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I'm not really gassed for any London rappers to release music anymore, bro, because it's kind of just the same old, same old. You know, it's like, you're going to do something different. That's why I really mess with Skepta and Finesse Kids collab, because it was different. You know what I mean? It was different. Chung-Li, what do you think, Ache? Oh, he said, don't call me Ache. I'm brother. Okay, all right. Chung-Li. How can you say that about Nelson? Chung-Li is from Hong Kong. You know, Chung-Li's obviously got that major city syndrome, London syndrome. Chung-Li's failed to get over that. I'm not going to say what you're going to get a timeout. We're not talking to you next video because you don't talk about Nems like that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching the video. Give it a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and love. Thank you.